What's up, guys? Hope there's enough memory for this. If this video just abruptly ends, it's because I'm in my car and I have no more memory in my phone. Although I just renewed my cloud subscription. $1.80 McDonald's app, caramel macchiato. You can't beat it. Hashtag not sponsored video, obviously. Anyway, it's $1.08. It's 99 cents in the app in New York. Anyway, why go to Starbucks and blow $7 on a giant venti caramel macchiato? You come to Starbucks. Anyway, that's how you build wealth. You generate wealth. Off topic. I'll talk about that later. We'll talk about how boxers, some of them, you don't even think they get, you think they make it $2 million a fight, but after, all the fees and everything, they're not making that much, some of these guys. And then they're flexing with new Ferraris and stuff. But that's all off topic. Let's talk. You're here for the Canelo, right? Let's do this follow-up video. Since it's the biggest fight in a while, let's talk about this. Crawford is undefeated. I don't listen to other people's predictions, fake boxing experts, the whole thing with these people, they're not consistent with predictions, unlike myself. You hear a lot of these so-called experts say, well, my heart says Canelo, my head says Crawford. Now, I've watched absolutely nothing. I used to watch Teddy Atlas a lot with his predictions. He was always wrong on Pacquiao winning. Remember those? And I would outpick him on this channel. All the receipts are here. Just take a look. When you load it up, I'll put the Floyd Mayweather Canelo prediction where people were cursing at me back in the day. They didn't believe that what I said when Canelo was going to just get broken down and beat easily in a sparring session from Floyd, because it was obvious. But this is a lot different, of course. So is Canelo going to retire when Crawford, or if Crawford beats him, or is Crawford going to retire, and should he, if Canelo beats him? That's a question I'm presenting to you today. I think that if my prediction is Crawford, if you look at the previous video, should win this fight. I don't even know the odds. I didn't even look them up. I don't want to be influenced by anything, but I should take a look now that I already predicted. But anyway, I think that Crawford should definitely retire. But then again, if he wins this fight, it's like, wow, he can get another $1 million or $2 million or $3 million for fighting someone else that's not even, a big name, really, just because people are going to want to see him. So that's hard to throw away, just extra padding for the retirement career. It's great. His ended career with another couple million. But anyway, is Canelo going to retire? Probably not. He's younger than Crawford. But again, let me just talk about how I come to this prediction today and how I just see the fight. Of course, he's older, but I think if Crawford could do what he always does at 168 at it's super middleweight, right? At the super middleweight level, he could win the fight. And honestly, dare I say, it might be kind of easy. That might be a little crazy talk. We'll see. But it's going to be definitely hard because he has all the talent and ability that got him here, that got him to being famous, undefeated, pound for pound. You got to say it. He's one of the best in the ring because he's beaten everybody. That is Crawford. What happens next? What happens in that ring? Canelo, really good fighters. I read some of the comments in the previous video. Someone's going on, this guy's a hater. I'm not a fan, this is not, all right, I'm a fan of Crawford. I'm not going to lie. I like what he does in the ring. But this is unbiased. This isn't like, if I saw Canelo winning, I would tell you this. I'd be like, hey, he's going to win because of this, X, Y, and Z, and I think that. I mean, this is just a boxing prediction, guys. It's not that serious. Some of you guys, so someone said in the previous video, I'm already making excuses for Canelo's win or why Crawford loses. There's no excuse. Why would I make an excuse? It's a silly fight. It's an entertainment. I'm not making excuses. Come on, this is ridiculous stuff. I laugh when I read that. Some of you people are silly funny. Really funny. Here's why he's going to lose in my book. I'm going to go over it again real quick. I'm going to say this. Crawford is going to use great footwork, if he can bring his speed up, and I hope he does. I'm going to say I think he will. He'll have more speed. Canelo's going to be slow and plodding. He's on a decline. Arguably, they're both on a decline. They're both how old? They're in their mid-30s almost. Well, Canelo's a little younger. I think Crawford's already there, middle age. Technically, it's middle age, but at 35, come on, are you that old? But in boxing, you're old. Yes, but not shop worn. The only time I ever seen Crawford really stunned and hurt was by Gamboa. Great fight. Go back, watch that round. I don't know what it was, like the 8th round. Amazing, amazing round. And Crawford did what a champion does. Talent tells. I think Larry Merchant used to say that for HBO. Not stealing it. Just remember HBO legendary commentary from Merchant, Foreman, Sugar Ray Leonard growing up. and what's his name, Jim Lampley. Amazing. So anyway, talent tells in that ring, and Crawford is the real truth, right? Sometimes it doesn't pan out, as you see when Mikey Garcia went up, who did he fight? Spence, and it just doesn't work out. But in this case, it should work out, because Crawford, why is my camera going light like that? I mean, it's changing colors on me. Sorry, let me just fix this. Anyway, whatever, I saw it go dim. Anyway, Crawford should win this fight on paper, because if you look, Canelo has big problems with boxers like Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, someone made the point in the previous video. Turned this off as soon as I heard Floyd Mayweather. They didn't want to hear what I had to say because I mentioned Floyd Mayweather, what he did to Canelo. Different fighter, yes, but there's some definitely tie-ins with this whole thing. It's because different fighters, but Crawford has that Floyd Mayweather elite factor. He never lost. He's amazing. He has great speed. He does get hit clean here and there, which is in Canelo's favor, of course. That's what you want to do. He wants to turn this into a war, and he wants Crawford to stand still and stand in front of him, which is insane. He should never do it. The only way that happens if Crawford turns, and I'm not making a built-in excuse, if he just shows up and he's not like what he always was because he's older. That's all. It's just facts. It's just boxing IQ. But you know, you shouldn't have turned it off, because you should have watched the whole prediction. The way I said Floyd would dominate Canelo, and Canelo, I don't care what anyone says, he was 23, he was in his prime. Floyd was over the hill in boxing years. I believe he was over 30 at the time, if not around there. He's already, like a lot of people thought, that Canelo was going to win this fight against Floyd Mayweather, and I could see easily it was going to be what it was, a one-sided sparring session. So I think Crawford, but he always adjusts. He's a champion. He's never lost. He finds a way to win, and that's what makes an elite pound for pound champion like Crawford what he is, which Canelo wasn't. Yes, Canelo's bigger, has a lot of advantages. Yes, he has power, great body shots, really great fighter, not an elite A+ fighter, not a hater. Just if you look at the truth, if he would have beat Floyd, yes, different conversation. Not that type of fighter. He has losses, and he has weaknesses, and Crawford could take advantage of the slow plodding footwork. He could never get trapped on the ropes. It shouldn't happen. It's a bad idea for Crawford. They should be in training constantly with a pressure fighter. Get off the ropes. Don't get sucked into a Canelo fight. You want to fight like Canelo. You want to fight Canelo's fight. You want to prove something mano a mano. You want to stand in front of him and take big chances. At some point in that fight, not a good idea. He could be rocked. This is Crawford, like we did with Gamboa, but a lot worse, okay? A lot worse because of the weight and because of the age. Doesn't want to do that. If he could stay focused throughout the fight, he wins a decision, a clear decision. We're not going to talk about corrupt judges because they're all over the place. There'll always be one, whatever the guy's name is, Giampa, one of them, always, going with the close fight with the big names. Always some, nonsense going on, allegedly corrupt and scams, under the table money happening. A lot of that stuff might be happening. Who knows? Just speculating. But some of these judges are just totally corrupt. They like they want to get into the judging job. So why would they, take the house fighter? The promoters paying him. It's a lot of shady things going on in the sport for sure, under the table. So they're going to be more likely to pick the house fighter. That being said, this is a big high stakes fight. Hopefully it's different, and hopefully it's respected. But we saw what happened with Canelo versus GGG1, okay? But anyway, I think that it should be a clear win for points. Now, effective aggressiveness, someone's going to be looking at that. Canelo gets some good shots off, hurts Bud somewhere in there, and all of a sudden, it looks like, even though Bud Crawford puts on a boxing exhibition, but because he's hurt once, even dare I say put down, a quick flash knockdown, gets back up and just dominates with points, it's going to be close and maybe a draw. You know how boxing is. Over the year, I've watched this sport since I was a baby. It's the only sport I watch, really. A little MMA. But I can see all these scenarios playing out. But the one thing I can see is just Canelo losing on a decision. That's it. A decision. Crawford's not going to knock Canelo out. Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. So he has to win on points. And Canelo is going to be trying to knock him out, thinking I'm the bigger man, which is true, and he's going to feel the strength early, and he's going to feel like I'm going to take this small guy out. There's no way this small guy is going to compete with me. There's no way the small guy is going to take my body punches. There's no way the small guy is going to survive clean shots. So he's going to be pushing for the knockout, especially if he feels he's losing on points for the first half of the fight. And then he's going to make a lot more mistakes and panic, if you will. This is Canelo. And then Crawford could really put on a show. You know, let's see what happens. That's how I see this playing out. I see a decision for Crawford. And if this video ends right now, it's because I ran out of memory or whatever, the phone. I don't know. I'm in the car here. But anyway, it's not that serious as boxing. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to a really good fight on Netflix. This is going to be fun. And if I'm wrong, I'll be right back. I'll be like, hey, I was wrong. Okay. But through all the years, my boxing predictions, I got a high percentage of calling fights right. I mean, I even went on, and so the receipts are all on his channel. I won prizes from Showtime for predicting so many fights on a website. They had a competition, a contest, and I just kept picking them right. I mean, because I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I don't even know who the favorite is in this fight. I'm making my own favorites as I'm talking it. Who would they make the favorite? Let me think about this. I don't even know. I'm going to say they're going to say Canelo because he's bigger. And they really, we'll see. I don't know. But my favorite is Crawford. I think Crawford's going to win this fight, take it on points, and that's it. A lot of people will be crying. He's running. He was running. He's a runner. It's the sweet science. It's the sweet science. You got to just deal with reality. This is boxing. The game is hit and not be hit. The sweet science. Crawford, southpaw, conventional, flips it up. He starts feeling like he's losing a little, goes a little behind. He makes adjustments, and he comes back over and over and over and over in his career. That's what makes him a great fighter. Now, a big man comes and beats, let's say Crawford just in devastating fashion got knocked out. It wouldn't be like, oh, Canelo's just great and takes his spot as an elite great fighter. He's fighting a much smaller guy. He's fighting a guy who's arguably, middle-aged. He's definitely not the young Crawford we saw like 8-9 years ago. So there's that too. But no excuses. There's no excuses. I'm just saying, it's hilarious excuses. I really think that Crawford's going to win. That's why I'm making this video today. I think Crawford's going to win. I think he's going to probably dominate him on points. I just think he's got the skills. He's nice. He's nice with the hands. He's like undefeated. I mean, have you been watching this guy over the years? Crawford is nice. He's another ring general. He's got it. He just got that it factor. Canelo's going to have to beat him up and hold him and make the fight ugly and dirty and land something big. That's if I'm in Canelo's camp, I'm like, you got to get this guy early. You gotta really push it on. You got to make it ugly. You got to lean on him. You got to grab him. You got to hold him. You got to get him into the right spot. Make this ugly fight. That's your best bet, Canelo. That you cannot let this guy get a lead on you with points. You cannot let that happen. Otherwise, we got to go with the corrupt judges. We got to hope they just see it for you. Anyway, that's another video. I'm out. Canelo, Crawford, it's going to be dope. I can't wait. I'm having a good time. It's not that serious. Yeah, I'm not a hater. I'm a lover. All right, I'm out. Later, guys.